And welcome back. Northstar here with another episode of my HOI4 Gotterdammerung Let's Play. Now, things are a bit rough. I am just basically stuck here holding the line against the Belgian Dutch forces. Not really able to push yet. They have a lot of Swedish divisions, unfortunately, helping reinforce. Otherwise, it'd be possible to push. It's this bloody EU focus and all decisions that allowed them to invite large amounts of Europe. It's now pink because Poland took over as the faction leader. By the way, I was trying to figure out why Britain hadn't formed collaboration governments in some places yet. Here and there, they might have the compliance, I thought. Maybe. I thought I saw a couple places where they already did. But they won't be able to form it because right now Mexico is the faction leader of their faction. So until they take over, Mexico is a democracy. Democracy can't form collaboration governments. So the British won't be able to do a collaboration government anywhere, including in Tokyo here, any of it, although Tokyo doesn't have the compliance, until they take over for the Mexicans, which they'll eventually do. The Soviets have focuses to attack and invade into the Middle East, and it's only a matter of time. That's going to make my situation even worse because they'll take control of the Iranian oil. I won't be able to buy it anymore. They'll eventually attack Turkey as well, I'm sure. There's a couple. There's either Middle East diplomacy branch, I think, or no, Balkan, and also enemies of the people. So either enemies of the people, which attacks any neighboring non-aligned or fascist country, or where is it? Middle East diplomacy, Baltic security, development aid, Southern thrust would have them invade Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Leningrad, claims in Poland. Oh, down here. So either they attack Turkey if they won't agree to be annexed without a fight, or they may try and ideologically pressure them. They should be able to bypass this, I think, because they're already at war with, or no, this gives them claims, so they'll do it even when at war. I think they might bypass this because they have an NAP with Poland. So either the Baltic security branch or the right opposition, either way. Eventually, they're going to get Turkey. They're going to get Iran. Unless the British grab Iran and Afghanistan first through a focus. But they don't have a war goal on the Soviets yet. The British, which means, and I'd know because they'd have first asked for a non-aggression pact with me via focus before they would take a war goal on the Soviets and then get a war goal on these two countries so they can expose the belly of the beast or the bear, whatever. Point being, and that really is only feasible anyways after they do India, Pakistan, and the British tree here, reclaim the jewel. Although that's in parallel to preempt the ideological threat, expose the belly of the bear. I am, after I tweak some stuff, but after I get some bombers that can merge with my existing bomber wings, these ones can't actually because most of my bomber wings are older bombers that don't have any bomb locks, so that annoyingly bomb locks allow naval strikes, and stuff that only has small medium bomb bays doesn't have the ability to do naval strikes. So I'm using older HE1111s. I was wondering why I had 8 tactical bombers in reserve when they could be used in Romania. That's why. So my next military factory will start some bombers that don't have any bomb locks, just bomb bays. After that, a while later, I'm going to have some factories get all this. I'm about to have another tech slot. It's all going to go into the remaining factories in tech slot researches after I upgrade my production of artillery and rifles. I need to focus on the naval battle. The reason I haven't been able to push, the reason I haven't been worrying about better tanks or any of it, is because I don't have oil. Without oil, I can't push. I'm going to soon have even less oil. I am importing a bit from Turkey, a bit from Iran, Austria. Austria eventually attacked me. I'm going to lose the land route to China. So I'm going to cancel that because I can't really get stuff by sea in Oman, in India. In fact, the only oil that I'll be able to get, not even the Balkan stuff after Austria, I won't have any oil. It'll just be the little bits I've got here in Hanover and Brandenburg from the joint Romanian. I'm critically short on oil, and that has made me very conservative about using what little I've got, and it's only going to get worse. Well, it kind of stinks that Bulgaria annexed Yugoslavia before they developed the oil fields. Where is it? Here? These ones? I think it is. Backs. No. Novosad. Wherever. Vojvodina oil fields, I think it was. I don't know. Don't remember. It doesn't matter at this point. Maybe if and when I get to the point of turning the Bulgarians after winning these wars, may load up a fresh save peril just to check the Yugoslavian tree to see where I need to restore Yugoslavian tag to get oil developed. Hungary lost the areas where they'd be able to develop oil fields also to the Balkans. I hate when oil development is behind focuses. It's stupid. It means if land changes hand, the oil mysteriously never gets developed. So there isn't Balkan oil that should be, and it won't matter anyways once Austria declares war on me because I won't have a land route to import oil. Right now I'm getting Balkan oil by trading through Austrian territory. If I can get Austria to submit via Liberate Austria, if they don't, I really can't attack them. I'm not in a position to defeat them. If I can get them to submit, then I can maintain that land route. Otherwise, the oil situation is just going to be what my synthetic refineries can produce and my pitiful amounts of domestic oil. So what I really need to do is secure sufficient control over the North Sea that I can import oil. Because once the eastern North Sea, I have a route to British ports here and even American. I have all the oil I need. I just need to be able to contest this one sea zone. Which means I need to focus on naval techs, on producing naval bombers, naval techs so I can produce some decent light cruisers for convoy escort. Destroyers are cheaper, but I'm going to end up very often facing enemy surface forces, and the light cruisers have a better chance of getting away without being sunk. They'll take hits, they'll get damaged and have to be repaired, but destroyers will very often just get sunk outright. Once I have the oil, and am starting to wear down the Dutch Navy, then I can push deep into Poland. For now, I'm just going to be trying to grab Poznan, encircle the city, take it, and then maybe fall back to just defending here and here, these two provinces, which give me control of the state and allow me strong defensive lines with forts built here. Or I could defend this forest, but that would give the Polish core territory bonuses. I prefer to defend here. Cities are very much easier to defend, more in that way in their combat bonuses from core territory, and I like the industry, so that's why I'm saving up oil to try and make a push to Poznan, and I still have to finish training up all these divisions. I'm moving these tanks to the front, though, to here, so that to discourage attacks, I need the infrastructure repair, because I'm going to build some mill here, and synthetic refineries. These mill are going to be for the naval bomber production, mostly. With oil, I can win. Without oil, I'm in a stalemate. Anyways, let's get going. Got a lot to do. The Indians aren't actually even giving me the oil promised, annoyingly, nor the Balkan Federation. Oil, and rubber. The French are defaulting on the rubber. That's because of bugs or competition. Yeah, the French reached a majority communism, so they'll flip communists in May 1944 if nothing else, which I think should make them take the communist focus tree path, although they'll actually have to start their focus tree path before then. Alright. I don't remember setting the audio quite this loud. Alright. The French still aren't meeting the rubber obligations. Unreliable Frenchies? Okay. Never mind oil from them, I'll buy it from Siam then. They'll at least provide a little more. For a day. Yeah. I know about China and Oman, they just don't have the oil to give me more. Oh, yeah, there's more from others. I'd like to not get these stupid messages about unfulfilled imports. There we go. When they finish this infrastructure, I'm going to bump up the military factors in Oberbayern. Or, no, they're already starting them. Well, I'll switch the synthetic refinery stuff. Doesn't hurt to get a head start on those because I really need the oil. Oh no, not this might of the Soviet Union. Do I have a bunch of songs removed from the possible? No, everything's... Alright. Rubber from Siam. And oil. Oh, Iran has more to sell. Cool. Competing with Italy and Lithuania. Well, those are my enemies. I don't mind competing with them if... Alright. If it's just the Iranian oil, I don't care. New attacks. Where am I under attack? Here. Not smart Belgians. They are weakened divisions that are they're attacking Metz, with level 10 forts. Yeah, that's dumb. And these divisions that I just finished getting new artillery. Oh my, they're gonna get slaughtered. Well, that's fine. That weakens the units that are defending the very area I'm about to attack into. I'm about to cut off these men who push down into Champagne and then retake Champagne for the French. And they'll probably be pushing to Nord-Pas de Calais, which is also French Corps. I think there may be like dockyards there. The French are getting outgunned by Dutch destroyers. Lovely. Not. Because they're getting outgunned by more evasive ships. They're also going to tend to suffer more damage than they give by a lot. It's not just like... destroyers rely more on invasions rather than taking hits. Keep coming under constant attacks here. Sometimes resulting in my divisions getting driven off because of poor supply. They're not very organized. Ooh. Did I not give these guys... I just sworn I put on trucks and logistics there. Let's see. I need to increase the amount of trucks and logistics for sure. Not Ride of the Valkyries. I've heard that song like 50 times. The game loves to play it. Loves that song. I cannot figure out for the life of me why it draws it so often. Alright. I have 5 places where I am putting trucks on, but I always see 1, 2. It's partly because the bloody devs hide some of the soundtracks behind paywalls, annoyingly. There must be somewhere I'm... Oh, here? I just sworn I canceled this stuff. I don't need the... Got plenty of supply here. Or enough. It's just asking to get logistic rated. And I lost another ace. Lost the Red Knight to Mouse. Not likely to be doing war bonds. I gotta save up for total mobilization, service by requirement, and yeah. At some point, maybe improving working conditions for stability. After all those things. Okay, so who got shot down? Also looks like the French are back to being able to make good on their rubber promises. A fighter ace. There's a level 2. Almost out of... I think this... Yeah, this guy's my last level 2 ace. I don't know why I'm trading. Well, actually, I'm not trading poorly. It's just every now and then I lose. The Poles must be losing a lot of aces then, because they're losing aircraft at 5 times the rate my side is. I mean, my fighters are much, much better, and there's more fighters on my side. It's always showing the ones in my direct control, but there's a lot of allied ones. I mean, the majority of my fighter production is this, which has 51 air attack, 17 air defense. It's an excellent, expensive fighter design, but I can afford the industry. I need to make as much good use as I can of the limited amount of fuel I've got. More expensive aircraft don't consume more fuel. Maybe they should if they're heavier, but they don't. Heavier aircraft realistically consume more fuel to fly a certain distance. But whatever, I'm not complaining. Adding a defensive turret should add to fuel consumption. Oops, sorry about the mic bump. So sent the tanks there to deter attacks. So of course now they attack here. Lovely. Just wasting their time, but they are unfortunately damaging the infrastructure every time they do this. Alright, these guys, since they're just dug in and defending. Draw this. There we go. Switch them to him. Yeah, the motorized are closer to being fully trained. The first and third Panzer divisions are going to be switched to higher priority for more equipment. I'm going to send them in here in a sec. You know what? That'll be fine. For the third be lower on the list than the first. There we go. Doesn't matter when the day ticks over, they can't get planning or entrenchment due to bloody spies, most of them neutral. We'll have to form the Stasi and pump spies into counter-espionage. Next, this has caused me no end of heartache. The constant nonsense with that. Oh, and the Czechs are making a suicidal attack here. I don't know what they're thinking. They're deorganized from that. Switch these guys. Take a risk. A small risk, but a risk. And, where's it? Add another artillery battalion. Probably have to retrain out of this guy in a sec. More artillery put in the front, the quicker the battles are. If only that my allies would stop sending troops across the Baltic and getting them murdered every time. Seem to just be gathering forces here. They're not going to be able to defeat the Soviets and Estonia, Finland, eventually Finland. So they're just wasting their darn time. Do that since I keep getting divisions driven off. There seems to be no difficulty holding, plus the logistics are overstressed here. Having divisions a little further back will help. And there's logistics strikes going on. Oh, that's lovely. I risk sending a division, the 22nd North, maybe, or nah. 11th. Turin seems to be under constant attack. No, they've got more planning, so this so that Wenski can take over the fence. Hopefully he's got more skill than de Gaulle. And I would like my guy to be gaining experience instead of the French. Invested heavily in my leaders after all. Plus turn's more important to hold. There seem to be plenty of divisions here now. The tanks in place, the Polish attacks seem to have stopped finally, at least for a little bit. Good, good. And these guys didn't even need to retrain. They are experienced enough, or maybe even... It's mostly some reserve anyhow. May have these guys turned into this, which is similar, but it has anti-air, rangers, and more artillery. Of course, the logistics do get overstrained here in the winter. So maybe not. Oh, the Austrians will sell me more oil, looks like. He's the guy in the marsh. That's why I put him there. He's... When the Turks will sell me 4 oil, that's enough. It's worth my time. So, time to swap that in. There. Remember to swap these to prevent overflow. Because infrastructure is now max level in lower Bavaria, or upper Bavaria actually. This is lower. The Bavarian Soviet Republic. Just finish that focus. Just work on factories and then the refineries. No more Soviet music. No, you can't join the wars. Although they have trained a mountaineer brigade and have some my allies put divisions there, they'll still lose horribly. Czechs are rolling here, the Poles here. Looks like 2 more build slots, Lower Silesia. Oh. Yeah, they're gonna need more civ just to keep their mill factory operating at high efficiency. To import resources, that is. Alright. These guys mostly just sit in reserve. Do that with them. If it's an excessive amount of military force that's gathered here, which it probably is, I can redeploy men here to relieve these divisions, for instance, so I can actually attack here. It's kind of the point of making defenses stronger sometimes, is so that, like, getting entrenchment bonuses and divisions that fight better on defense, you can have fewer divisions defending, and then you can put more divisions on attack elsewhere. There we go. That. I've had quite enough of enemy spies. This will give me an operative slot, but more importantly, it will actually form an intelligence agency. Cool. These guys are going to do Navy. I do rely heavily on torpedoes, even on my light cruisers, and this will result in no more being bugged about spare the Navy every time I load stuff up, so boom. Homing torpedoes. with let's see, how close is Balmenbosch to... Yeah, that should actually, with the rate things are accruing. Really? Only half a fund a day? 2.5? Still get me closer to rating capital ships. And then heavy raiders, only cruisers for the light cruisers. One thing at a time, I guess. Pushing that. After the anti-tank upgrade, which I'll use to produce some slightly better tanks that have the squeeze bore adapters. Which I should also be getting close to standardized components at downward bends. The time would be perfect because changing the design will lose me some production efficiency. This will help regain it quickly. And squeeze bore adapters, we use more tungsten than I have. Just a little. 10 and I have 9. That'll completely anyhow, eliminate that problem. Just as this will eliminate the slight rubber shortage. But also, importantly, provide more rubber to export. Need another tech after this, but then I'll be able to export 8 more to my faction. That's good. These guys just keep... If I had naval bombers available, I would send them here in the Baltic as well. But they're not in production yet. What if I sent... Rename some stuff. Where is it? Have some of these in storage. Send them to train them up and start sending them to the Baltic. Yeah, it's not a very cost-effective trade-off of limited fuel for Navy, especially when I almost have the fuel to make a push here. Or don't have the divisions trained up yet. Well, let's get them training. That's a smart thing. Also, these divisions. I haven't seen any nonsense at Bavaria, so what I should do is bring them here. Soon-ish. Pretty sure Bavaria is not going to bother me or anyone else. Hope I'm not wrong. these guys train all this time too. Still green. I'll have to figure out where to pull these guys to, but probably up here. Since I don't make planning bonuses, it's going to be a real meat grinder trying to push the poles and surround Posen. They shot down another ace here. This is driving me nuts. This one Polish ace just keeps knocking out ace after ace of my own. Well, I'm out of level 2 aces, so it's level 1 now. Alright. This guy, he's a little better for supply. Put him under this train force before, so I could limit the number of tanks that we're training. Just those who need it the most, but I've got a bit of oil stored now. Deploying more artillery to the Czech border and fortifying here. The goal is to have the largest possible number of divisions here in these two provinces to push on eventually here to encircle pause and take it and fall back to here, and here. Hold it as with as few divisions as possible and concentrate my men here where I can attack the soft underbelly of the Belgians. Soft-ish. Sort of. Soft. Oh yeah, I switched earlier to veteran air instructors. Right after that nonsense where I merged my 2 tactical bomber wings and they dropped from veteran to regular. You know, it's the same number of men. It was dumb. That'll help get them up to higher experience levels again quicker. So they'll suffer less experience loss than they lose fighter pilots. They can, from a roleplay perspective, considering sending the most experienced pilots to train newbies. And when killed, I think includes losing men in air accidents. I'm not sure that. The heck? Oh, okay. There's enough divisions here. These guys are probably getting slaughtered. This, go here to support the defenses in this area. Northern Balkans. If a spot opens up in this airfield, they'll go to the eastern. No, actually, this airfield's got space, doesn't it? Yeah. Concentrating all my casts. Try and make sure Romania holds. Really? Craven? I'm trying to roll better admiral. Since there's going to eventually be a lot of fights for control of the eastern North Sea. Wait. Convoy of mine got sunk. What it? Oh, this is on lease. Dummerbends can do the standardized components now. Consider other things like multi-layer armor, defense equipment. But I really just gotta increase the volume of output of tanks. Even light tanks I'm struggling to keep filling the field. I'm about to start producing some slightly more expensive ones. Both in terms of tungsten, I'll probably give them one armor upgrade for a little more breakthrough. Maybe extra machine gun for just a little bit more soft attack. Maybe not. The Bond Knight, new ace, yay. Black Devil, let's see what type of ace he is. Just another level 1 fighter ace. I got tons of those. And my tank divisions are using partly some captured Soviet tanks, which only have 8 speed. So there's no real cost in speed to adding a little armor upgrade to existing light tanks, so they're a little bit higher cost to produce. They'll be slower, but still faster than some of the tanks they're mixed with. Give them a little more armor, but importantly, a tiny bit more breakthrough, which they very rarely suffer crits. When they do, they only need a tiny bit more breakthrough to avoid crits altogether, so that's fine for the moment. I can't really focus on future-proofing with bigger upgrades because things are going to go from bad to worse when I lose access to Middle Eastern oil. I need to make sure I can not fold, particularly here on the Romanian border. May start adding eventually some light self-propelled artillery and some self-propelled anti-air to these divisions. The anti-air because I'm not going to be able to contest this guys forever. But self-propelled artillery because there are fewer vehicles per battalion, which means actually less fuel consumption. So if you're really limited for fuel, adding self-propelled guns will get you more soft attack per fuel consumed, even if it's less per combat width. But I'm rarely filling all the combat width on the defense, or struggling to fill it. Like here, I'm not filling it. So I'm not worried about the width, I am worried about fuel. Would just be probably one light self-propelled gun per what's with that? It's just scrolling down to, here we go. Probably build a design with a close support gun instead of not having the squeeze bore adapter, but basically a version of the Panzer II. And be similar to a tank destroyer. It would cost me 25 experience though. $50 vehicles instead of 60. It's not much less, but it's a little. One-sixth less fuel use, basically. I'm getting to the point where the artillery tech is advanced enough. And that'd be great on the attack, but since I'm defending with tanks, yeah. Which, I mean, it's more expensive, but defending with light tanks, they do have more hardness, so. Like this has 55% hardness, which since the enemy has far less hard attack, tends to cut down my losses just a little bit. 0 man, 11, etc. Also gives me some very experienced tank divisions, which will eventually be useful in the attack to use tanks to defend. I'd initially been hoping to push, of course, but it just didn't work out. The Balkan Federation can't hold without my help. That includes air support, everything. I think if I swap these guys here and move the fighters north. Let's try that. Do this wing because it's got the worst ace. Unfortunately, means slightly fewer fighters in the sky due to mission efficiency, but yeah. Cass just barely has the range to reach everywhere that's in combat, and now they don't suffer mission efficiency thing due to range. Let's see if this area has a little more coverage. Nope, that's worse. Okay, they'll be up here then. Still can't replace these guys. The ace in that wing. April 28th. 20th, it's the same either way. Cool. So that's done. The Westfalen refinery. First of eventually 3. Things will start to turn around when I can catch all these bloody spies running around my territory. I'm pretty sure that's giving the AI visibility on where my divisions are. It's stopping me from entrenching here on the eastern front or gaining planning bonuses. I'm even suffering some entrenchment penalties here. I can pull divisions off here, off here. I'm training more here. Training with use of more artillery. I should be able to concentrate enough men to push in Belgium. Once the Benelux is taken, that'll free up a ton of divisions. King Zog submits to Italy. An ultimatum has been delivered to the Albanian government by Italian diplomats, demanding they submit to complete military occupation. King Zog has abdicated after realizing the futility of resistance, and Albania will now be ruled in a personal union under King Vittorio Emanuele III. Italy looks to the Balkans. Okay. That means there's a new front here. I think I can spare these 3 divisions in Yesenia. 4 infantry should be able to, or 5 should be able to hold. I'll take the 5th and the 8th. My best infantry divisions here. Motorized infantry here. Strategically deploy them out. Only have 1, actually. Cool. Gotta make sure the Italians don't land so many divisions here that they push. Cause problems. Let's see. Mountain, forest. Tuvo is right next to rail, so. Alright. Swing through, grab the ports. That should more than knock the Italians out with this. Or you know what? Yeah, I'll just send all three. I expect resistance. There's no way the Italians don't lay in divisions here. Can I spare anyone else? Probably another motorized from here. Third motorized, maybe. And the 23rd. Go here. Organizing. Grab the 17th. Bring him here too. Another ace. Wish would just tell me what type they were, but whatever. Just another level 1. Got 5 of my 5 motorized, 3 of them among my best equipped. Here, that should be enough to hopefully push the Italians out of Albania. Oh yeah, because they annexed this, there's no longer resource concessions. Though Italy does get a focus to I mean the oil will go to the Balkan Federation. If they run this focus, it'll add a little more oil in Albania. I doubt it'll last that long though. There's too many divisions rushing here, and I don't see any Italian ones even showing up yet. Bloody A, the Austrians aren't meeting any of that oil. These guys are almost fully trained. I'm going to actually switch them to heavier motorized. From 9 with engineer, recon, and support. To now, the same thing with a motorized artillery. Help them hit a little harder. Some of these divisions on the front will need to be pulled back to train up to regular as well. Probably, but definitely get enough divisions fully trained to be able to take pause and sooner or later. Bloody mud. Otherwise, I might consider starting that attack. Alright. Ah, level 2 ace. Replace one of the ones who got shot down, I guess. Here we go. Everything possible to win this air war. Yep. The Greeks are very definitely going communist on their own, so a matter of time till they flip. Fun. Improved artillery. Great, now I can finally get this Rheinmetall. Well, might eventually start getting some production of self-propelled guns. It's still going to be a little ways down the road, since I'm still going to be adding to the number of armored vehicles in the Romanian border by doing that, enlarging these divisions a little. Excuse me. I'm very short of fuel. I mean, right now I have a lot stored up, but this is not sustainable. It's only a matter of time until the Iranian oil fields and such fall. I'll need some to contest the North Sea. Oop. These guys are trying to redeploy because stuff was taken. Annoyingly. Marching their mounds is a great way to lose trucks. No, just hold, actually. There's absolutely no reason I would want. Actually need to roll in here. Into mud, unfortunately. Actually, given how things develop, redeploy them here. And send them to Tirana soon. We're in that direction, yeah. For once, yeah, some original Yugoslavian subs are trying to hit this Italian troop convoy. Let's head to Albania. It's too bad I couldn't just tell my allies to hold off on taking central Albania until the oil there gets developed. Maybe focus on Epirus instead. The AI will push if I don't. Still no one moving to Tirana? So they'll try and redeploy their own. The fall of Durez. Yeah, this area is going to be controlled by the Balkan Federation. It's too bad we couldn't develop the oil ourselves, but at least capture that oil. What? Oh. Huh. Balkan Federation is a level 5 general here. Cool. Guess they don't need my help. Lenski is level 6, but... Still, I'd rather get him back there so he can be the one getting the experience. Wire hurts. Doing crits these divisions. Tried to attack this. We're getting beat up there. Not retreating there. Withdrawing there. And did. All right. Uh, They're just going to keep invading. Lenski's going to enjoy slaughtering them on the beaches there. Alright. Much easier than finding them elsewhere. And the rest of the troops redeploying back up north here. Alright, well, I apologize if this has been kind of slow and not a ton of progress. I've been tired. Headaches today. My long COVID is not making life easy. There are good days and they're bad. Well, I'm still managing the whole. Once again, intelligence agency. I should actually be able to start dealing with the spies that are a big problem. Just as a 5th research slot will allow me to continue work on building up my navy and not fall behind in tech, which was an issue before when I only had 4 slots. Dealing with these major problems put me on a much more solid footing for really? They're not going to defend this port? Oh well. It might be necessary to keep pushing the Italians back into the sea. We'll see what goes on. Deal with the most pressing problems first, work my way to the less pressing ones. Bit by bit, I shall gain a victory. If any of you want to see something slightly different, though, or starting to find this a little repetitive, want a break, check out my Let's Play videos of Wildermyth, and Avorion, and Potioncraft. I've been keeping all those up. Oh, full on fuel, actually. Step down the least efficient purchases and get these guys training. And get them here to train as well. I keep up a variety of Let's Play videos. Anyways, I was saying partly it's a little easier for my brain when I switch from thing to thing, and I'm trying to produce gives me time to think between the videos and what I was up to. I don't process as quick as I used to before long COVID. It gives me a little variety, and I kind of have to try and hit a wide audience and produce a ton of volume with this channel if I'm ever gonna get enough viewers to survive my long COVID. Did realize there was a state welfare assistance program, though it might just be a branch of federal one that I can apply to, and I've applied. It might provide me help while the federal government is set rules that prevent me from getting help just because I was in school so many years of my life. But the state, I want a state that's a little better for these kind of things. So maybe I have a little less pressure on this channel to get viewers quickly so I can start making some ad money, but I don't know. There's more to the channel than that, including eventually having a voice with my political videos and give myself something to do so I don't lose my mind from boredom and feelings of irrelevance. Because it's hard when you're too sick to work. Easy to feel like nothing you're doing matters. Particularly my political videos. So I made make some contributions to society in the discussion of ideas. Use my brain, which is always very keen, in a hopefully helpful way. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you'll tune in for more of this Let's Play series and check out my other series as well. Avorion, Potioncraft, Wildermyth. Wildermyth is an adventuring game. You have a party of adventurers, and you guide them through, well, many, many things. I won't ruin it for you guys, but it's kind of cute. It's charming. It can be a lot of fun sometimes. And while I'm still getting the hang of returning to it and playing quickly, which is, I mean, with long COVID, I don't always think things through quickly enough. And so anything that slows me down on top of that, like being experienced with the game, well, you see how slow this sometimes moves. Anyhow, Potioncraft is a game where it's technically the full name of the game is Potioncraft Alchemist Simulator. And Avorion is like a space building mining, fighting, exploration, trade, conquest, adventure game. It's fun. And I have to, and oh yeah, and Vampire, I almost forgot. That's another game I'm doing. That's a very much a story-driven game where you're a vampire. Anyways, check those out. Keep tuning in here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because that really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And the thing that I'm furthest from in being able to monetize, it's not view hours or views or any of that. It's subscribers. Anyways, wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. And may you always find a guiding star to lead you home.